Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a very exciting one. As you can probably tell from the title, I'm finally getting around to showing you what we've done to this place. It has been, I think, around 8 or 9 months since we got the keys, and I kind of showed you guys around the house as it was before. If you are new here and you want to go and see what this house looked like before, then I will leave that linked in the description. I would recommend watching that first just because we have renovated this entire place. So you might want to see the before and then come back and watch what we've done. I am very excited to show you what we've been doing because I looked back on the last video that I posted and the house is a completely different place. The lounge is completely done. We have a whole new kitchen. I can't wait to get into this. So we are currently in what used to be our bedroom. I don't know why I've always started these videos in this room, so I thought I would today as well. Enough rambling, I'm gonna get into this updated home tour, and if you do see anything along the way that you have questions on or you want to know where something's from, please just comment it and I promise I will get back to you. There would just be 1,001 things to link in the description box, so if I mention anything specifically, check down there, but if you don't see the link that you want, then leave a comment and I will get back to you ASAP. Let's get into the house tour. So coming from outside the room, I think you guys have seen these doors before. We just got these from B&Q and the handles I got from a place online that has now shut down, but they are just brass, like brushed brass ones. If you type that in, there will be so many places that sell very similar handles to this. But as you open the door, this is now what you see. So I think last time you guys saw this room, it was actually our bedroom. So we had like our big super king bed in here. It literally took up the entire room, I won't lie. I mean, when you see our bedroom now, it's even more of a literal bedroom, but the double bed works so much better in here. This is like a brief overview of what it is now looking like. Very similar because obviously it's still painted the same colour and everything. It's got the same carpets in here, but obviously the bed is the main thing that has changed. So this bed I actually got from Dusk and I really love it. I have read so many mixed reviews on Dusk, and honestly I've been shopping from them for years. I always get my bedding from them. These bedding sets are also from them as well. I've never had an issue with them at all, so I wasn't too worried about ordering this, but I have heard a lot of people say things haven't turned up or they're really hard to get hold of, but I personally have never had that experience and this turned up earlier than it should have. The quality is lovely. It's just like a kind of cushioned headboard with these little details on the side. Very simple, super inexpensive, and it is also an ottoman storage bed. So this whole thing lifts up and there is a load of stuff underneath there. For so long we had a bed in our old house that didn't have any storage underneath, and when you think about how much space your bed takes up, you might as well utilize it as a place to put things as well. So this is literally perfect. And like I say, the quality and everything is so nice. So highly recommend them. I can't remember the exact name of the style of this one, but I will leave that linked because I feel like a lot of people might love this bed as well. Otherwise, like I say, everything in here more or less is pretty much the same. I do want to change out these cushions because I just don't love them. We've had them for ages. I just kind of put them on here because it looks too plain without them, and we had guests staying over for the first time the other weekend, so I will get around to changing them at some point. I think you guys have seen this kind of area too. We have the radiator cover that I got on Wayfair quite a while ago now, and then we've hung these IKEA curtains again quite a while ago, so I do think you have seen those. But the carpet is from a local guy. I have left his details before, so I'll leave them linked again because could not recommend these guys more. Love the colour that we've gone for. I mean, not the most practical, but looks cute. That is now the guest room, which is super nice because we actually have somewhere for people to stay. And like I say, we have had guests over already. We do also have this cupboard here, which again, I think I've shown you before. It is now a wardrobe space. I mean, very disorganized. There is a lot of organization that needs to happen in this house that still hasn't. But Brad built this ages ago out of all of the old doors that we've like obviously taken off. So these shelves are just wood that has been painted, but they're nice and strong because obviously they were solid doors before. And we've got more shelves down here as well, and then these kind of baskets that are from IKEA, and Brad made these shelves to measure so we could slot these straight underneath, which works really well. So that is how we've used that little cupboard there. But let's head out of this bedroom. To the right here, I think I'm just going to insert some old clips because I believe you guys have seen this room. It is the wardrobe room, and that is all I'm going to show you because I honestly can't even bring myself to put the camera around the corner. It is so so messy in there. That has absolutely become the dumping ground. There's been a lot going on, which has meant everything's just been chucked in there, and we've closed the doors. And then in here we have the washer dryer, which again you guys would have seen last time. And then this is our final project of the house. So the bathroom, as you may remember, is currently split into a bathroom and then a toilet in here, which is not convenient. So basically we are going to be knocking through this wall to create the kind of L-shaped bathroom as one room. We're going to flip the, oh no, we're not going to flip the toilet anymore. So the original plan was to flip the toilet onto this wall, and then you'd kind of like walk around to the toilet, if that makes sense. But we're actually now going to make this entire room the shower. So I think I've spoken through this bathroom so many times before, because it is just the most annoying space ever to try and figure out what the best things to do with it is. It's just not very big. It's obviously a super awkward shape. It has 2 entrances at the minute, so just trying to decide like which way is best to walk into the bathroom, or which place is best to put a shower or a sink. Like, honestly, we've had so many people come and look at it. We've spoken to family members about it, and everyone just kind of leaves thinking, yeah, I literally don't know what you should do. So it's been difficult to finally come to a decision, but I really wanted to keep a bath in this bathroom. But the only way to do that is kind of to leave the setup as it is now. And obviously we want to just put the toilet in the bathroom, as it's a lot more normal to obviously have that. So we've decided that we are still going to knock this wall down. And then that will basically be shower. So it will be a massive walk-in shower. It will be super long. The whole thing will be tiled. And then the sink, which is currently here, just here, we're going to move this and the toilet to this back wall, which you guys are currently on. And then the bath is literally here at the moment. So this is what is going to be going, because we could still just knock this wall down and have the toilet there and then keep the bath here. But to walk around is just, there's literally no space. Like, there's no way you could comfortably walk around this. You'd kind of have to like scoot around it every time. So yeah, that is the change of plans for in here. I don't know if I can really step back to show you guys properly, but if you can imagine like either a sink or a toilet there, like whichever way, there'll either be a sink here and a toilet here, or a toilet here and a sink here. On the back wall, towel rail, whatever might fill that kind of space, but you'd then have plenty of space to walk around and into what will then just be a shower, with like a shower head up here or on the wall. I can't remember where it's going. But yeah, I think that is what we're going to go for. We do have someone starting the work on that very soon, which is super exciting, because like I say, it is the final room where people go up to the bathroom and I'm like, sorry, it still looks like it's from the 1950s, like that has not been done yet. But then coming around from the bathroom, we have what is now our bedroom, and I am in love with this room. It is the smaller of the two, so obviously with the super king bed in here, it is very much a bedroom, like I say, but I actually love it. Like, you don't need anything else in your bedroom really. We obviously have the dressing room, all the wardrobes in there, we've got all the storage in there, so we do literally just come in here to sleep, and I would not give up my super king bed for anything. So we've made it work. But this gorgeous headboard is from Charles & Ivy. I think I spoke about them in the last homey vlog, and I am so happy with how this turned out. I feel like it's a really nice effect, because it still gives you like a statement headboard, but it doesn't take up any space, because it is literally just an in-situ slat wall that sticks onto the wall and gives you this. So I will leave their details linked down below, because it was super easy to install. Brad did all of this himself. He has obviously learnt the trades along the way, but he's not a professional, so if he can do it, then you can easily do it as well. All of our bed in here is a mix of Dusk and H&M Home. Like I say, if there's any specifics you want, then do let me know. But that is what our bedroom is looking like. So on the walls we have a Rust-Oleum paint colour. I believe this might be Hessian, I want to say. I will double check that and leave it on screen if I am wrong, but love the Rust-Oleum paints. They are super thick. Like, this literally took about 2 coats, I think. And it's literally like the perfect neutral. I love it. They also have about 3,000 different shades and like tones of white on there. So if you want the neutral vibes, like Farrow and Ball kind of vibes, check them out. And then we just have some blinds up in here, which are from Blinds to Go. All of our blinds in this house are from Blinds to Go, and they're all the exact same style. And then on this side of the room, we just have our old IKEA unit. This is a shelf that needs to find a home basically, so it's just in here for now. But yeah, this is just what we have on the back wall, because again, there's not too much space between the bed and the wall. So I've just kind of decorated it a little bit, but I think we might end up putting wardrobes in here. So the ceilings are tall enough to have the same wardrobes that we have in the dressing room. So they'd literally be like floor to ceiling. And then I think we could fit a 100 and a 50 on this wall. So I think we might end up doing that. So Brad can put a lot of his clothes in here and then I can have a little bit more space in the dressing room, which would be fab, but I don't know if it's just going to close this in way too much. Like I say, I do love how it's turned out. It's super, super cozy. And it's nice to be at the back of the house now instead of the front. I have this rug in here, which I've had for a little while now. We bought this at the old house and I got it from Maison du Monde, I think. I think I might try and find a place for this downstairs at some point because it's kind of wasted in here, like you don't really see it. Okay, out of the bedroom and downstairs, which I'm super, super excited to show you down here. Still a project that needs to be done, the staircase. So now as you come down the stairs and go around the corner, we have our brand new kitchen, which is all open plan. There used to be a wall dividing these two rooms. There was like a little dining room this side and then an even smaller kitchen the other side. So this is now what you see as you come in, and in my opinion, it is a million times better than it looked before. So this is our new space that we have been working with. It is a Howden's kitchen, so everything you see here is from them, apart from the tap that is from Amazon, and then the worktop is actually from a place called IDS. We had a bit of an issue with this worktop, but I won't go into it because it looks great now. We just had a different one before, and one thing I would say is before we got this one, we went for a just simple laminate worktop, and we then opted for this compact laminate. If you are renovating, I would say invest in the compact laminate. I just think it looks so much more expensive. It is quite a lot more expensive, a few extra £100 to kind of upgrade to the compact laminate, but it is so worth it. Like, I think it looks incredible. It feels so much nicer. It's a lot more robust. So if you are currently renovating and you are thinking of kitchens, go for a compact laminate. I know it's quite a hard bill to swallow, but I promise you, you will be grateful that you did it in the end. But yeah, I've kind of gone for a, I would say like Scandi vibe in here. I've tried to incorporate the light wood with the white kitchen, and I do love how it's turned out. The room in here is so bright now because we've taken that wall down. It just lets all the light in through the double doors. We've obviously got a big window here, and I just think it works. Brad also tiled all of the surround of the kitchen as well, so we obviously have a backsplash here. These are just the kind of like metro style tiles. We got these ones from B&Q, so they're just like the irregular kind of shaped ones. They're not smooth. So that is all tiled all around. We have the blinds again from Blinds to Go in the window. And then this is kind of like the breakfast bar area, which is actually huge. And also, I would say when we had the laminate worktop on it, because it is so much thicker, I would say it's like honestly comes out to like here. It made this area look a little bit too big. It was just kind of all you saw in the kitchen. Whereas now I feel like it does work perfectly. Excuse the mess in the background. But yeah, this is an overview of like the kitchen space itself. It is still a very similar setup to what was in here before. So if you imagine there was just a wall and then you'd walk in here, this is literally what the kitchen looked like before. It was like a U shape with the sink on that wall, with the hob on that wall. But obviously now everything's integrated. If you remember the kitchen before, it was horrific. It was literally like the original kitchen that was put into the house. Everything was falling from the walls. There was no cupboard space. So this works so much better. We do have a little dishwasher in here, which I have just put on, so it's very steamy. But yeah, we managed to pop a half dishwasher in here. We've got all this cupboard space for like plates and stuff. We've obviously got drawers along here. And then my favorite part about this kitchen, again, if you remember the shape of it before, there was a little nook under the stairs here. So we really tried to make use of this space like the best we could. So we had the fridge here originally, just because there was a plug for it here. And also there was literally nowhere else to put it in this kitchen. So we've now got a built-in fridge freezer, which works perfectly over here. And then obviously the half-height freezer. And then we kind of had this wasted space. So we also had some worktop left over. And when we were designing the kitchen with Howden's, they said about fitting a little unit in here. So we've basically made like a little kind of tea station in the corner, which is great because we've got all our appliances on here. They're all tucked away. And it also gives you that little bit of extra workspace, which actually is a lifesaver. So it just kind of flows the kitchen all the way around. It makes use of every kind of space we had here. And yeah, I just feel like this being tucked away just works. So we've got the kettle in here, we've got the air fryer in here, the coffee machine, everything is just tucked away. And then we also have this built-in extension lead. This is one of the worktop ones. I think Brad just got it on Amazon and then we obviously had it installed. My one thing with this is I wish that had been put in the corner. This was literally one of the days where I wasn't here to make those little tiny decisions. I do wish that was in the corner, so it was literally completely tucked away, but hey ho. It is what it is, and I feel like when you're kind of looking around the kitchen, you don't really see it anyway. Brad did use a bit of leftover door wood for a shelf here. We need to paint the brackets white so you can't see them, but just a little storage shelf at the moment. And yeah, that is pretty much the kitchen. We have a boiler cupboard here that we can't really do anything with. We do need to buy a little latch so it stays shut. But we had the boiler refitted in here. So this is all brand new. And then Brad just bought this like over the door caddy thing. And we've got all our cleaning products in there. Not very organized. Again, what actually is in this house, literally nothing. But that works for now. But yeah, that is the new kitchen. This is what you guys have not seen. I don't think I've even really shown it on my Instagram as well, but I'm very happy with it. I like how the wood and the white has turned out. We also have these stools that we just had at the old house, but they are massive. Like, you can obviously only fit 2 in here because they're just very wide and they are way too big for the actual height of the breakfast bar. They're actually too big for any height of breakfast bar because they were like this in the old house as well. So I think I'm gonna get just 3 little stools that literally just slot underneath, because then we do want to use this space here. So ideally, we're going to try and find a table and chairs, like a round table and chairs to pop in this area. It obviously can't be too big because while there is like a lot of space here, it's still not a massive amount. So we just don't want it to be too crowded, but I feel like with having the stools underneath and then a round table and chairs, it will work. So yeah, that is kind of on my list to find. But then otherwise in here, the paneling has all been done along the back wall. All the wallpaper is up. I always get a lot of questions about this wallpaper, which I love because I wasn't too sure about putting wallpaper in the house anywhere, but Brad was really keen to, and I actually really like how it's turned out. And then we have replaced the radiator in here because I believe it was on this wall, I want to say. No, it was on the wall that was dividing the kitchen here. So we had a massive radiator. And then obviously we needed to replace that with something that would then heat both the rooms as one. So I think this was also from Amazon. We actually find a lot of our home stuff on Amazon, like taps, showers. You'll be surprised what you can get. But that works really well in here. And then this is what the paneling looks like all the way down the hallway. Before we go into the lounge, I thought I might as well show you the hallway. Now this is completely finished in here. I can't remember if the last time I showed you this, it might have been like full of stuff because this again has been a mess for ages. There was just stuff all piled up on here. But we have this mirror on the wall here, which I got ages ago from Zara Home. I'm not sure if they still sell it, but it is just one of those like kind of irregular shaped ones. And then this is a bench that Brad built himself. It does get a little bit mucky because we do sit here and put our shoes on and like Bond jumps up here and stuff. But this lid does actually lift up and there is storage underneath, which is very, very handy. This plant we've had for ages. This sounds really bad, but I'm not a plant lover and I have not looked after these at all because if I'm being 100% honest, I don't really want them in the house. But I feel really bad just getting rid of them. I think I might give them to someone that wants them because they just keep going. Like, I've not looked after them and they're all still alive, so it's a trooper. But I think I am going to give this to one of my family members that I know will love it. But yeah, it's just in here for now. And then we have this shoe cupboard, which we need to attach to the wall, but I don't think we're going to keep it here because as you can see, it doesn't actually really fit in the space. But again, we have just like shoved stuff in here to get it out of the way. This is from what was made.com, but I believe Next bought them, so I wonder if they do still have these units. But this is really handy. We had this in our old house. But yeah, that is the porch area. We also had all the windows replaced in the entire house. I forgot to mention that. So all the ones upstairs, the ones down here. I think the only bedroom we didn't have replaced was what is now our master bedroom. But down here we had this massive window frosted because it just makes it a lot more private. Obviously it still lets really nice light in, but it just means people can't see into your house and you don't have to like put blinds up and stuff. So that works really well. But yeah, I did forget to mention we had every window replaced. And then you guys have seen this area so many times before. We have the built-in wardrobes here with all the coat storage and stuff, which is super handy. These are just from IKEA, and then Brad built them in to the wall. And then as you come through the hallway, we have the finished lounge, which makes me so happy because this was a room that we were obviously working on for quite a while. And I can't remember what stage you guys would have last seen it at. I actually think it was pretty much done because we had the carpets in here, we've got the TV unit up, we have these really nice legs on the bottom of the unit. These are from a place called My Pegs, I want to say, or something like that. I'll leave the name of it on screen because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but they had so many different options on there, and we also got the handles from there as well. We do still need to kind of revamp this. We were going to rib the front of it, which I'm not sure if we're still going to do, but what we definitely do need to do is level the doors because they are not even, and it is very annoying. I think you guys have seen this with the paneling in the back, and then Brad obviously popped the TV on this MDF board. We've got lights behind the TV as well, so this kind of lights up in the evenings, which is super nice. The door is hung. Everything in here is literally done, apart from we need to still replace this sofa, which we have been to a sofa shop so many times. I think we kind of have found what we want, but it's just so expensive, and I think we're just putting off spending that amount of money all at once. So we are still living with this little sofa that we have had forever, which isn't the most comfortable just because Brad is 6'3" and trying to like spread out and get cozy on this is very difficult. But it works for now, and we also have this little floor sofa and then this armchair here, which this is also from Dusk. Again, super inexpensive. But that is how the lounge is looking as an overview. The colour on the walls here is another Rust-Oleum paint. I believe this is Hessian actually. I think the one upstairs was Long Sands, and then this one's Hessian. It's a lot warmer, but I really love how it's come together. So that is the lounge. And that concludes the updated house tour. I am so happy I've finally shown you guys everything we've done, where we're up to with the house. Obviously I will keep you a lot more posted in upcoming vlogs because like I said, the bathroom is the last job to do, and then I'll probably do another little updated tour once we've got all the little bits like the table, we need to sort out the stools, once the bathroom's done, once the wardrobe room is completely finished. I'm sure there will still be updates for me to give you guys, but that is where we're at. It's definitely feeling a lot more like a home, like our home. It's just really fun again to have a project that Brad has like put his heart and soul into. He's worked so hard on, and now we get to enjoy it again. So I'm excited to live here for a little while, and the next project actually as well is the garden, which I think he's going to be working on with his dad and brother very soon. So hopefully that will be done in time for like spring, summer. So that'll be another project as well that I can keep you guys posted on. But that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said at the start, if there is anything you want specific links on, then please do just let me know in the comments. But otherwise, I will hopefully speak to you guys very soon in my next one. Bye guys.